Gigli is universally regarded as a horrific train wreck of a movie. The titular character, Larry Gigli, played by Ben Affleck, is supposed to be a tough gangster of some sort who, under orders from his boss, kidnaps the brother of a prosecutor, while Jennifer Lopez, we are also supposed to accept as some kind of tough gangster, just hangs around, bitches, and tries to act smart.
How does that sound? We have Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez pretending to be street toughs or something. Well, on Jennifer Lopez's account, she's pretending to be some sort of like new age gangster who's into like drinking herbal tea and that sort of thing. So that in and of itself would be worthy of a bargain bin, at Walmart. But it's so much worse than that.
So check logic and reason at the door, and join me for the 5 reasons Gigli is a piece of shit.
So turn around, stick it out. Even white boys got the shout. Baby got back. Baby got back.
There is no one to like whatsoever. With that thought in mind, let's start with the prime culprit, Ben Affleck. Now, I want to be objective as possible here, but I hate Ben Affleck. I can pretty much only enjoy him in movies if he's the stupid asshole or the bad guy. Or maybe a Kevin Smith movie. But that's about it. I don't like Ben Affleck. I hear him in interviews. I've heard commentaries. I don't like hearing him talk. I don't like him as a person. And I don't like most of his acting. But like I said, I'm going to try and be as objective as possible about this. In Gigli, Ben Affleck is terrible. He sleepwalks through the whole thing. He is completely unconvincing as this gangster street tough, which is also a problem for the other main culprit, Jennifer Lopez. In this movie, she's a lesbian contract killer or gangster. It's not really made clear, just ask them.
I do jobs of various types. How about yourself?
Me too. Do various types of jobs, various kinds.
But anyway, she just kind of hangs around, bumbles through her lines, and fulfills the eye candy quota for the movie. That's basically it. And then that brings us to our lovable, mentally handicapped kidnap victim, Brian, whose lines are really no more retarded than anybody else's lines. They're also not any more funny or interesting than anybody else's lines either. Nor is he any more convincing as a retard than anybody else is what they're supposed to be in this stupid movie. The only major character left is Lewis, Ben Affleck's boss. And in order to discuss how stupid he is, we're going to have to discuss the stupidity of the plot. And we're not quite there yet.
So turn around, stick it out. Even white boys got the shout. Baby got back. Baby got back.
The writing in this movie is fucking atrocious. It's trying to be a crime drama of some sort, and a gangster movie, and a love romantic comedy with a lesbian angle thrown in, and various other things that don't amount to anything going on in this movie. It just comes off as boring. And stupid. Incredibly stupid. What makes it even worse, and compounds the horrible nature of the writing, is that Martin Brest likes to think that he's some sort of Tarantino or something, or at least that's what it looks like. The characters sit around and banter and talk about nothing, and overcomplicate the simplest possible thing. We have to sit there and agonize and just look at our watches.
That I will personally excoriate anyone responsible for the tiniest fuck-up in this action. And I want you to understand that.
Yes, Louis.
Yes, Louis? Do you happen to know what excoriate means?
It's gonna be over.
It's not coming to me at the moment.
It means to strip or wear off the skin of, to flay. Now, I am learning a word a day, and it is critical to use these words in conversation, but that's not why I used it in this conversation. In this conversation, I used it because I meant it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be going now.
It's either padding or bad writing or both. And the most boring fucking aspect of this movie is 90% of it, and that's the characters sitting around and talking. Just watch this.
How come I never seen you around before?
I'm from another place.
Well, where would that be, Ricky?
Somewhere else, Larry.
Oh, okay.
It's not very good food.
Too bad. That's your dinner. Eat it.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Said he's hungry.
Don't let him eat his food. He got food.
I don't like this food.
Too bad. Eat your food, stupid.
Hey, back off!
Okay, everybody on the same page? 90% of the movie is nothing going on, just an awkward attempt at characterization with characters that we don't like or don't give a shit about.
So turn around, check it out. Even white boys got the shout. Baby got back. We go. Baby got back.
Which leads us to the third reason why this movie is a piece of shit. Whenever there's actually something going on in this movie that's not the plot, it's a complete waste of time.
Examples include the visit to Ben Affleck's mom's house, where we watch our already established as a retard main character fuck up, get humiliated by his mother while she flirts with the contract killer lesbian. The scene where they intimidate some high schoolers for no reason at a fucking fast food place. J-Lo's ex-girlfriend showing up to interrupt the movie and attempt to commit suicide.
Especially the asinine and predictable love plot between the dumbass fuck-up gangster and the new age contract killer lesbian. I can think of only two thought processes that were going into this love plot in this stupid movie. One is that Ben Affleck already seduced a lesbian or whatever in Chasing Amy, which was a much better movie. And perhaps it was to hear ridiculous dialogue like this.
That's why these lesbians are always going out buying, spending all their dough on, sexual appliances, erotic monkey wrenches and shit, trying to compensate for what they don't have. They're not getting.
No, I got it. It's so we can have Gilly's mom flirting with her in that pointless scene earlier. The whole lesbian thing seems stupid and unnecessary, just like the rest of this movie. The love plot certainly didn't need it. It was predictable and dumb without it.
So turn around, check it out. Even white boys got the shout. Baby got back. We go. Baby got back.
Alright, we finally made our way to the plot itself. Now, Ben Affleck's boss put him on the kidnapping of a prosecutor's retard brother in order to help out a friend of his from New York, presumably another organized crime figure. And they act like complete pussies about it the whole time, balking at even cutting off his finger. Like, what did you think you were doing when you were kidnapping a fucking prosecutor's retard brother? And if we didn't need any more indication of how stupid an idea for a plot that is, either for a movie or to make a prosecutor drop a case, we get Al Pacino showing up to tell the characters just how stupid they are, the movie is, and to tell us how stupid we are for watching it this far. He then shoots the dumbass boss for having the complete and utter lack of forethought as to
Try to extort a federal fucking prosecutor.
I got it, dude, I got it. So, their boss dead, they let the retard brother go, and that's about it. That is the plot for this movie. The rest of it, as we already discussed, is filled with boring, unfunny dialogue and other random shit that has nothing to do with anything.
So turn around, check it out. Even white boys got the shout. Baby got back. We go. Baby got back.
And last but not least, the thing that makes me the most angry watching this movie, the reason why this movie is a complete piece of shit, is this movie has Al Pacino and Christopher Walken in it. We have a great actor like Al Pacino sitting in this movie for a few minutes, and mostly what he does is babble about the thumb being a finger or not, and it's just a complete waste of our time, and a waste of his time, and his presence doesn't help the movie. The whole part of Al Pacino being there, it would be cool if he had some decent lines, but no. And it gets even worse with Christopher Walken. He shows up in this movie, does his usual thing, brightening up the scene for just a few moments, but then completely ruins it with, well, this.
Go down to Marie Callender's. Get me a big bowl. Pie, some ice cream on it. Good. Put some on your head. Your tongue would slap your brains out trying to get to it.
What the fuck is that? We have one scene that is not completely terrible because it's got Christopher Walken in it and he's not doing anything stupid and he has to ruin it by this completely batshit ice cream remark out of nowhere. That just clinches it. I hate this movie. I hate it. Even the scenes with good actors in it are dragged down by pointless bullshit. There's nothing that saves it. It's boring, repetitive, the characters are unlikable, the plot amounts to nothing, and even the good actors are dragged down by pointless dialogue. Fuck this movie.
I like big butts, and I cannot lie. The other brothers can't deny. When the girls walk in with the AB waist and round things in your face, you get sprung. Wanna pull up tough, cause you notice that butt was stuffed. Cause I'm long, and I'm strong, and I'm down to get the friction on. So, ladies, yeah, you wanna roll my Mercedes? Yeah. So,
Turn around, stick it out. Even white boys got the shout. Baby got back.
We go.